Hello, and another warm welcome, or a salsa welcome, to a cup of conversation this week here at BRT in Lefkosha. My guests are two great friends. They've both been on the programme before, although I have to say that Mehmet Aslan hasn't been here for many years, so I dragged him into the studio during his busy schedule. Mehmet Aslan, or more popularly known as DJ Salsero, and a new friend of ours who was only recently, a few months ago, back in the studio for the first time, Benoit, and it's great to have these gentlemen here. We're talking about the 14th Salsa Jam in the TRNC. So it's time to get your dancing shoes on. Welcome to the programme. First of all, Mehmet and Ben, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, John, inviting us.
Thank you very much for taking time out. I know you're very busy with your guests, with organising the 14th Salsa Jam. So thank you, Mehmet, for bringing Ben in as well today.
It's a pleasure for us to come and visiting your great program, John, and it's an opportunity to us, and also talk about the festival.
Yeah.
And then the Ben, he is with us, and then assisting and then joining our program. It's lovely to be here. So thanks again.
It's great to have you here, both of you.
It's great to be here as well. Thank you.
And so first of all, let's talk about the Salsa Jam. 14 years, Mehmet. That's a good number. 14. You know, how many years have gone by? And we can see here it's the 14th Salsa Jam, and global, unique, it's friendly. Did you ever think when you first started this, all those years ago, that you'd be doing the 14th and getting ready for the 15th edition?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I started back in the days, 2006, it was us like a small weekend. And it was, of course, it was a bit dream, and it was just like started something new, bringing this culture into the North Cyprus. And then we really enjoy, and then the feedback we received, the people was excellent. Then they motivate us to continue, and then they organized the second year, then the second year organized the third year. It's just we continue,
yeah.
And then finally festivals become an international and annual, and we have recognition all around the world. Then we had a lot behind the scenes to reach these 14 years, and I can say it could be a story for the books. A lot of years, many guests, international artists, DJs, and the media. But basically, we love to organize. We love to bring this festival, and then put the North Cyprus in the Latin map in the world. And hopefully, 15 years we will also reach 15 years altogether. Mm-hmm. And it's a passion, more than passion. I can say it's full time. Yeah, so basically it's my full-time life beside the DJing and playing music, and last 18 years in specialist in salsa music. Yeah. But the festival is always keep me going, and then dreaming, and then believing, first of all by myself, and then also my friends and supporters, all the friends next to me that believe this project. Bring the people, unite people through the dance and music is something is really unique and global that I can describe my feelings about that. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant, Mehmet. Now, I remember, Ben, when you first came here to the studio with your lovely wife, Ayten, and you mentioned about having a party at your house, and you had Mehmet there DJing, and so I thought of the link there. Yeah. And then when Mehmet said to me, I'm coming into the studio with Ben, I thought, okay, so there is more than just a casual link between you guys. So I know you've been involved with the Salsa Jam for the past 5 years.
That's right.
Since you've arrived on the island.
Yes, yes.
So how did that come about? I mean, what was the link between you and Mehmet? Or you just thought, I've heard about salsa, I'm getting involved?
Well, I think I met Mehmet. Mehmet was doing some DJing for a function.
Yeah.
And I turned up there, and I met Mehmet at that function, got his details, and I think it sort of grew from there, basically. Yeah. I've always had this spirit within me. Mm-hmm. Back in the UK, I was involved in DJing, singing, songwriting, and a music background. But coming to Cyprus and realizing that there was a salsa scene here, I gravitated to that quite naturally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Mehmet just took me on board. And ever since, I've been part of the Salsa Jam team for the past 5 years. Yeah.
So what is your involvement then? I mean, I know it's a big organisation
Yeah.
with lots of things to do, and Mehmet obviously has mastered it now for the past 14 years. But how did you get involved then on board this? What's actually your duty?
I'm like a creative consultant. Yeah, there's lots of things that Mehmet does, and he bounces all the ideas with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has different issues that may come up. It could be with the artist, it could be with the PA. It varies right across the board, but we'll sort of sit down and debate and discuss certain things until we find the best solution. Yeah.
Excellent. So it's a good combination, you know, good duet that you have going together,
Yes.
where you bounce
Yeah.
ideas off each other, a good partnership.
Absolutely. I mean, Mehmet's been doing it for the past 14 years, and it's been an incredible role for him.
Yeah.
And I think that me coming along board for the past 5 years, it's like a sounding board for Mehmet.
Yeah.
You know, Mehmet sort of he'll bounce his ideas until we get the right solution to move forward. Yeah.
For me, September is always Salsa Jam month. I'm always waiting for all the advertisement, although I know that Mehmet does all the promotions, all the pre-party, all the build-up beforehand. But September, salsa. At the end of the summer, Mehmet, tell us about your involvement with salsa. I mean, are you a dancer yourself as well?
Yeah,
or
yes.
is it just the music that you love?
You know, since I was a child, I was always into music and dance, of course, and we were dancing on the streets. That time where the breakdance was popular, a bit of reggae and the pop, and then you know this dance was always took a big part in our life. Of course, I grew up with the music, different variation, dance music such as reggae music, and then R&B, the soul, and then of course the house and commercial, and I always wanted to dance because the dancing is always good for my soul, my body, expressing myself together with the music. Then when I was about 21 years old, I've met Latin music first time in the north. And then I've traveled to Australia for the Olympics. So I had a traveling around. The first time I met salsa in Australia. Since then, it hooked my life, and I started to go into deep of the Latin music, collecting, listening, and then exploring this culture. That's the biggest Latin world that exists in the world, and it hooked me, and then started dancing socially, and then joining to festivals, meet the people, and then always develop myself, both music and dancing. And then when I got back to Cyprus, I wanted to share my passion, share my music, and then this is how it started. Like I think 2001, I was a DJ. 2002, Nostalgia Music Bar. I started first playing Latin music. That time, the reggae, rock music, a bit heavy metal was that popular listener into the North Cyprus. Salsa wasn't that popular, so I can say I was the first DJ bringing salsa music, tropical music into the North Cyprus. 2001. Then officially I started to work in Nostalgia Music Bar 2002 until 2010. So we had a lot of organization parties and live concerts, and I think it was one of the historical places where all started about salsa and social Latin dance in the North Cyprus, I can say.
Fantastic. That's where it all began. That's where it was born.
Yeah, this is hometown of the salsa.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Ben, a lot of people do like Latin dancing, and people do, well, they go to courses, they go to lessons, they have Latin dance evenings. But what is it about, what's salsa to you? I mean, how would you describe salsa to those of us who don't really know about salsa dancing and the music?
Salsa is something that brings everybody together. The energy is just so addictive. Yeah, it brings everybody together. Even if you're a beginner or an advance, you can come and socialize, and the people that come to the salsa events, it's just such a positive energy. It really is. And so no matter what standard you're at, you will find your way in salsa, and you can take lessons. I actually teach beginners myself. Yeah, so I actually do beginners lessons and move them on as soon as they feel like they can find themselves. I think when you first come to a salsa party, you might think, oh my God, I can't dance. You know, so a lot of people might initially have to take some lessons, you know, to actually get the fundamentals with salsa. But once you go past that, you know, it's up to you. You can stay at an informal level and just socialize, or if you want to take it further, you can join an intermediate class, etc. Yeah.
So this event really is for everyone, because I know that you've got workshops, and let me put my glasses on now because I'm losing my eyesight as I get older.
No.
But let me tell you that the 14th annual Salsa Jam in Cyprus, the reunited edition. We have basically from Thursday 26th of September, the welcome party. Friday 27th of September, show and party. We have Saturday 28th of September, the gala night. Sunday 29th of September, show and party. And also, for those who stay on, between the 1st and the 3rd of October, there's a Carpas tour. But the main thing is here that we have guests coming over, and there'll be parties, shows, workshops, but also people can come and watch. Because I remember one year, we had local dance groups, and my niece was in one of those groups, and I came and watched the Salsa Jam. I was actually part of the audience there. So you don't have to be a performer to come to Salsa Jam. You can come and watch, can't you?
It's a family occasion, actually. You know, the whole family can come along and watch the shows, which they're amazing. Yeah, and hopefully that may inspire you to want to dance salsa, but you don't have to come. You can just come and spectate and watch the shows and enjoy them.
Yeah. And do you normally get a big crowd, Mehmet, at these events? Because I always see it as, you know, you're inviting all the guests from abroad to come over, and obviously everyone is being sponsored, or they pay their own way to come to Cyprus. You're putting Cyprus on the Latin map, but do you also get people from the outside coming in just to watch? Do you have a good crowd?
Yes. This year we have more than 200 people reserved to come to Salsa Jam. Every year we are having a guest and different dancer all around the world, including Canada, USA, because this is a global organization and they like to come and discover different dancers, also combine holiday. It's a salsa holiday, also learning and exchanging the ideas, and then we have more than 200 people coming, more than 21 countries, including Spain, Italy, Lebanon, France, big group coming from Iran, and then Germany, of course from Turkey, also from South Cyprus. We have a lot of guests, because as we are doing an international event, we're always trying to keep the level quality high, and then bringing international artists, make sure attract other followers, make the North Cyprus destination, make the Salsa Jam in Cyprus destination for all the guests. Then since Salsa Jam become international and we have a recognition more than 40 countries, and then people loving to come, and you know, meeting the people, you know, sharing their passion, love for the dance and music, and this is a really big opportunity. So this year we have more than 200, I can say, and then the festival taking place at Olive Tree, then Golden Beach Carpas Tour as the schedule on the timetable. Then
it's going to be a great, brilliant weekend of events. Well, starting from Thursday, going on to the weekend as well. You mentioned on the radio with my colleague Denise Phillips that you have a couple of special guests, and I know a couple of them, it was a long time for them to come to Cyprus because they were so busy with their schedule. Just about a few of the highlights that you'd like to mention.
I'd like to mention about the one couple that coming from Italy, from Rome, Antonia and Jasmina. They're brother and sister, and they're a champion, they're a master champion of Italy, and then they are traveling all around the world, really busy, and one of the highlight of the festival. First time we are bringing them to North Cyprus, Antonia and Jasmina. They will be with us to three days in Cyprus during the festival, and then they will close the gala show. One of the highlights, also one of the highlights coming from Spain, Veronica and Charlie, and then Veronica Lopez, she's the one of the champion and female solo division champion of Spain, and professional, come from South Spain, which is close to the Portugal border, Huelva. And then we had Veronica before when we done 10th anniversary 2015. Since then she was busy. She had her own school, but hopefully this year we booked her, and then we will have a big welcome to her, and then she will be on the stage Saturday by teaching workshop. She has a 3 workshop together, Charlie. So this way, a lot of people coming to take her workshop and learning from her and boost their level. This is opportunity also for the Cyprus dancers and the locals and for to improve themselves. Yep.
So Ben, do you think we do have a lot of local dancers here interested in salsa? I mean, it looks difficult. I mean, I can't dance to save my life. I can't sing, can't dance. I'm no.
Have you given it a try?
Like
have you given it a try, though? That's the thing.
People say that, try, but you don't want me. If you want to clear the event, I can start dancing for you. But do we have a lot of people locally here interested in salsa?
Absolutely. You've got the dance groups in Famagusta, another few dance groups in Nicosia and Kyrenia, the same. You've got another 3 different organizations. And Salsa Jam brings the whole of Cyprus together, right across the board, so which is really unique in itself. Yeah,
that's why we call ourselves global unique. And then the meaning of reenacted edition, that means we have some friends that used to come to the Cyprus, dance on the Salsa Jam, then due to their busy schedule, life changing, they weren't able to come, but finally they're coming back. It's like a bit reminiscing. We're going to have a bit reminiscing time this year. And the couple I like to mention from India, Salsa Twins, they were with us, the unique twins, originally Indian Salsa Twins. I brought them one time.
I think you did. I remember that. The name of the twins rings a bell.
Yeah,
very good.
This is really, really exciting to have them again, because they were studying in Cyprus 6-7 years. They finished, they graduate, and after university, so one of them living in UK in Leeds, and one of them living in Russia. So, but time to time they get together because they travel. So now they book the flight, we book them, so they're coming also giving workshop and socializing, see their old friends and then be on the stage. This is really exciting. So that so many life changing all the time, but we're trying to basically keep the unity alive. Protect the unity. However, we have our life changing. Somebody get married, somebody lost their job, somebody travel. But basically, as a Salsa Jam, we are here 14 years. We're trying to keep the unity. We are trying to keep still bringing the people together, because dance and music, no border, no religious.
It brings everybody together. From right across the island. And it becomes like a family. Of different people coming all together and with positive energy.
You said the right thing there, Ben, because you guys are both positive. I mean, especially Mehmet. He's always about. I've never seen Mehmet looking down, even outside. If I see him in the street or at a restaurant somewhere, he's always, "Hi, John, how are you?" You know, even in the corridor last week, we were meeting in the corridor because BRT is also going to be filming, I think. So you can watch on BRT. But he's always positive, and you're a positive guy as well. You've always got a lovely smile, Ben. So it is something. I mean, if you feel down, it seems like salsa can really, get you in that good mood. Is there always a positive vibe, despite what goes on in the background, all the stress maybe of organising things? On the actual occasion, is it always?
Always. I mean, yesterday Mehmet had a salsa function at the Olive Tree, and the energy there was just infectious. Everybody was upbeat, everybody's positive, everybody came there and everyone greets everybody, and no one comes with any negativity. Everybody is positive.
Do you think it's easy to learn? I mean, if somebody out there is watching now who wants to join in this positive vibe that you're sharing now, would you say it doesn't matter how experienced you are in other dances or if you've got 2 left feet, just come along and try?
The main thing is to make a start. I think a lot of men in particular, they don't want to make that start because they maybe don't want to be in a position where they're looking awkward. But it's important to make that start, and the rest would follow. I mean, some people are frightened to make that start. You go there, you can either join a beginner's workshop, or you can take a couple of private lessons, or you just turn up. because everybody realizes that they were a beginner at some point. So everybody is supportive to the beginners. You know, men and women, they're all supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be a couple either. You can come along by yourself, and you can get paired up with somebody else who's alone as well. So you don't have to be with a partner to enjoy salsa.
Of course, because the dance is a international language, and then it's really positive, as Ben said, and then you always feel the positive energy. It's good for the health. It's good for the mind, for the soul, and then I've noticed some information on internet.
Yeah.
They were just doing some analyze research, which is the best sport and which is more gives the energy, like such as you do riding bicycle, swimming, doing football, on playing and other activities, and then dancing is the one of the best activities that gives you happiness and then positive energy, and then when you dance with the music, feel the music, the energy, the buzz, it's so good for you, for your mind, for the soul. So I think it is one of the reasons, once you get that point, once you feel the level, you can be addictive, and then it just inspires you, and then inspires you to move on, and it really heals you, and then it's also exercise. I can tell you 100 years old, one woman, she's still dancing, and then she said 100 years old, one lady, I don't remember her name, but she just celebrated her birthday. She's still dancing, doing her stretching, extra yoga, and then she was telling all about your passion keeping going on, and then dancing as long as you're healthy, and then you have a long life.
Well, Latin music and dance equals passion. So if you love that dance, then you are passionate about it, and it shows with you guys as well. You go abroad a lot as well, Mehmet. I know that you are going to other events around the world. This is just one stop in the Salsa World calendar. So you've put North Cyprus on the map.
That's right.
Everyone's writing down September Salsa Jam in North Cyprus. But is it the highlight for the year for people here as well? Do you think that maybe if you're doing your dancing, you're learning, you're practicing, is this the time now to show what you've learned? What do you think, Benny? Is that the time?
Most definite. I mean, it's in everyone's diary in Cyprus. They know that Salsa Jam is coming, and they're basically looking forward to actually do their performance, or to come and do the workshops, or even just come to spectate and with the actual conferences.
Yeah.
So it doesn't leave anyone out. If you think that you can't dance, you can come and join in, you can come and watch the shows, or you can just come and be as part of the atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my son and daughter coming from the UK, just to participate in the event. And they're not necessarily salsa dancers, but they want to be around the actual energy and watch the shows.
Yeah. It sounds fantastic, it really does. I mean, the more you talk about it, the more I'm getting that energy, flowing through me as well. It really, and I've seen all the footage before. I've seen the costumes. I mean, everything is just really, glamorous.
Exactly.
Everyone's really perfect,
And the dress codes, each night we have also dress codes. Like Friday, white sensation, combined turquoise. Saturday we have, dress to impress, smart, elegant, like a formal because it's gala. And Sunday we call a tropical, like tropical paradise on earth, like combining accessories, big exotic tropical. So the people following, they're respecting, because this is an international festival. Every country has their own festival. So those people who comes from that culture, they know about it. So they have huge respect what we are doing. That is really appreciation that we have people out there believe us, trust us. And however, the country that sometimes you live in different vision, different culture, but we like to spread this culture and then also increase the population of dance in all island, and not only North Cyprus. So this way, international guests can realize that we have some dancer population in the North Cyprus, and then they always feel privileged. And then they meet people, and then you change your contacts. It's as everyone has a new chapter, new doors, and inviting and networking is like, as I said, is trying to protect the community as much as we can, you know.
One of the things that I love about salsa is that it brings everyone together, regardless of your age,
background,
you know, your color. You know, it doesn't make no difference. Everyone just comes together. You know, and that's one of the beautiful things about salsa. You know, it brings everybody together around the music.
I couldn't agree more to Ben. It's just really
it could be very, you know, serious businessman who dances. It could be a doctor, or it could be somebody who is, you know, glamorous, or just any old person. Who, you know, everyone loves dancing will enjoy salsa, as you say, brings everyone together. And Mehmet, with the Carpass tour as well, you are showing the island, so there's a bit of tourism promotion as well.
I love the island. You know, since I was a child, I was always, when the tourists stopped me and asking me information, I was always telling, let's get in my car, I will take you there. I was always willing to promote my country individual. I think this is in my blood. I'm not a tourist guide, but I can say I know much better than tourist guide.
You are just as good as the professional.
I'm an off-tracks person. So we take our guests to the Carpass, spending 2 days there and having a after party, visiting the Apostles Andreas, Golden Beach, and then also supporting the local people. Who's selling
and stands
and then give a bit of holiday and unique things. We have already 40 people booked for the Carpass.
I have to say that Mehmet is such a great host internationally, because people come from all around the world because Mehmet is putting on this show. It's amazing.
That is one thing that it's Mehmet who is, you know, at the top of that of the tree,
his personality,
and everyone else is working underneath Mehmet. But you know, he's done such a great job that, like I say, it's like a brand now, isn't it? The Salsa Jam in Cyprus is a brand name.
It is brand,
that is well known. That there is, you know, a country called the North Cyprus in the Mediterranean island, that people from around the world will come and enjoy in September, fun times, and, you know, networking and just enjoying dance and music.
Of course, and basically we have also a team behind. I have a project manager, business partner, Lena Makines, she's helping last 3 years, Ben helping last 5 years. I have another friend, Ahmed, who is one of the member team Salsa Jam, but he lives in Turkey now, but he always support. And Imran also all sister. I mean, I had a lot of people in the story in the past that helped a lot, motivated me, lifted the festival and helped me to move. However, I am the director and founder, but I have also a huge support from locally and internationally, and also media and sponsors. And I'd like to thank to all people out there.
Well, I want to thank you guys as well, and I want to just end by reminding everyone that you should eat, drink, sleep and dance your socks off at the 14th annual Salsa Jam in Cyprus, the reunited edition, and it starts on the 26th of September and ends, well, if you go to the Carpass tour, 3rd of October, but the actual weekend is until the 29th of September, and it's at the Olive Hotel. You can find out more by going to www.salsajamcyprus.com, and you can get involved as much as you want or as little as you want. You can go to all of the events and get a special pass. If you're a student, you can get a special discount, or you can go to just one event and enjoy a bit of salsa here in the Charian Sea. So I want to say thank you once again, Mehmet and Ben. Thank you, DJ Salsero and DJ Lucas.
DJ Lucas. Thank you. Really thanks to be here. It was so much fun.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
So much good energy to sharing all this information. John, I really appreciate for
all this energy is for you guys. Mehmet, keep smiling. Keep salsaing, and I'm sure you'll be getting ready for the 15th Salsa Jam next year. Good year, actually, 2020.
Thanks a lot.
Cool. Magical,
make it a big party next year.
We will. And the promise you will be on the stage. You will be on the stage, promise? Okay, you are witness. You'll be 15th anniversary.
I'm going to write that.
We want John to be MC 15th anniversary presenting the show. You will be there. That's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Thank you.
So we got MC 15th anniversary.
Mehmet and Ben, thank you very much.
We got you on board.
To wrap up the show, thank you for watching this edition of A Cup of Conversation. Get to the Salsa Jam at the end of this month and enjoy the beauty of the Charian Sea with salsa music. Until next week, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.